And we're live. Hi everyone, this is amateurgamer, and I'll be returning to Civ 5 Vox Populi with the AG Tweaks mod. And this will be a bit different because normally I do some sort of playthrough, kind of explaining things, but this time I have plans of just talking about what's happening because I don't have an update coming up soon because unfortunately development has slowed down due to some pretty big roadblocks. But I just want to make sure that for those who are still interested in my mod, it's still being developed. It's just the updates are gonna slow down because of various reasons. So I want to make this video so people are like, oh, this mod isn't dead. It's not dead. It's just development has slowed down to snail pace. Anyways, where should I begin? I'm just gonna go through my list of notes. Well, basically the details I normally post for the new update. Annoying, so I'm gonna. Okay, so one of the changes. I don't think I mentioned this before. Anyways, I'm gonna go through the details. If my last video from basically 3 weeks ago mentioned it, just consider a review. But yeah, first thing, if I could find it because I don't remember where I put it. Oh yes, it should be machinery. So you'll see that, actually it's probably easier if I do this. There's a new resource called neither? I think it's neither. Like nitroglycerin, right? So that'll be a new resource, and what will happen is it will be used by a lot of gunpowder units. So tertials will use it, cannons will use it, musketmen will use it. I'm still figuring out the details as for how it's gonna like what units will have it, will it give them bonuses, whatever. I haven't gotten to Enlightenment era. Like right now, I'm kind of just up to Renaissance, and even then, I've been going through a lot of rebalancing units and also adding new ones. For instance, let's see if I could find one. So I have made Cuirassier heavy mounted, and I actually added a Dragoon unit for the new mounted archer or mounted machine unit. You get the idea. So yeah, currently I am going through basically rebalancing a lot of units, adding neither. And my plan is that eventually neither will be a resource that you use to convert into, I think, explosives, right? Yeah. So neither eventually there'll be buildings that will convert neither into explosives, and explosives will be used by units later on. I'm still working on it. It's a bunch of ideas slowly coming together when I'm not tackling Lua and UI stuff. Those are painful. And I'm also adding an elephant line. Actually, now that I think about it, with the wait, no, elephant line should already. Wait, is it added? No, elephant promotions exist, but the elephant line doesn't. So in the past, what happens is you have the war elephant, and then you might have some unique units like the Nagamala, whatever, by India. So my hope is to make it so that there's actually an elephant line that exists. So war elephant becomes elite war elephant. I don't know if I added it in yet. Maybe not yet. Like I said, there's a lot of changes. Actually, the next update will be pretty big because there will be a lot of changes. There are lots of plans, but we'll see how those will work out. Oh yeah, here's the elite war elephant. It's upgraded from the war elephant, and then there will be an elephant unit in Renaissance, elephant unit in Enlightenment era, and then starting in Industrial era, I have plans for like early tanks. So my plan is like mounted units. So like mounted swordsmen. They will become the light tanks. The heavy mounted, the knight line, they will become the medium tanks, and then the elephants will become heavy tanks. That's the plan. Well, I say that's the plan, but that is what I'm going to go through. It's just gonna take time to implement that. So we have those things, and also in the process, the macemen. There'll be a heavy maceman in Renaissance. I still haven't added that yet. And then starting in Enlightenment era, we're gonna have like grenadiers. That's what they're gonna upgrade into. I still don't know what's gonna happen in Industrial era. I might combine two of them, so there'll be like two. I shouldn't. We'll see. I will have to think about what I'm gonna do because there are some ideas from my past mods that I may need to change things around, and it might create some openings, but we'll see about that. Oh yeah, and I also still need to add in new regional units. So right now up to just the entire classical era, there are regional units, but I still need to add ones for medieval, Renaissance, and I'm also fixing, well, rebalancing some promotions. I've did a look over of the siege promotions, so in terms of that, it's going well. So yeah, all of these have been revised. Well, I say rebalanced, but I haven't had enough tests to really figure them out. And then I also have plans of redoing the mercenary promotions because they feel a bit off, but I need to figure it out. And then a big one, which I hope to get to this for the next patch, is naval promotions. Oh man, it's a big one because naval promotions is gonna be different early on when combat is gonna be limited to the coast. Once combat starts expanding to the ocean tiles, I have plans for those. A lot of plans. That's basically modding. I have the balance between planning and actually modding it. And then let's see what else. For yields, for the new yields, I've been adding things. I still need to work it out. Like for example, constabulary -2 crime, but I probably need to rework that, especially with the spies. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. The new spy rework for VP is promising. The issue is more of I need to see what I can do with it, how much freedom I have for various things, and then go from there. But that will take its own time. I did make some changes, for example, for crimes. What was the change? I can't remember. Or was it loyalty? Oh right, city. Right. You can see it here. So for crimes, okay. Wow, that's an issue that I totally overlooked. It's using the completely wrong icon. Let me fix that because that's gonna bother me for the rest of this. I mean, I won't reload, but make that change. So yeah, right now your defenses will also help fight your crimes. So what happens is for every 5, so for every 5, wait, no, for every 10, for every combat strength your city has, it will reduce your crime by 1. So that's why right now minus 0.5, but if I and garrisoning units won't change that because it's from buildings. So as you build walls, castles, buildings that improves your city defense, it will contribute. Like right now, I have the palace, which is 5. So right, it should be 1 defense points give minus 0.1, and if I build something like, at least it should work like that. If I build a castle which gives plus 10 defense, that means I should get another minus 1 crime. So maybe I should remove that minus 1 flat. Well, we'll see. I need games to see if it's too easy or hard. And then I also just added certain things, like for example, if I could find the forge building, it gives minus 1 health. Certain buildings creates less health, some improves it. Those are things that have been done. I've only made changes up to Renaissance. Everything from Enlightenment onwards, not touching it yet. There are still buildings I want to add that will provide timber for naval, but that is still to be done. And then now crime will reduce culture by percentage and increase science by the same amount. Before it was a little too strong because high crimes means you could actually get negative culture. So I've changed it. It's not as impactful, but you will notice if you allow, like, it's waste, right? Like if, I mean, maybe you want more science, but if you want culture to get policies, you will want to manage that better. And the big thing that has been holding everything off, I could show it. It's not much of a spoiler. So this is the religion overview. There are still things I need to fix, but right now there will be rituals and myths. So what happens is you'll get your first one, your second one, and a myth belief. Now this doesn't fully work yet. Right now I've only gotten it, so if you click this it will show up all of these, but right now clicking these do anything. And if you go to a different screen, that's as far as I got. It's a pain dealing with it, but I have made all of these ritual beliefs. Now it's just figuring out the Lua and making it work, which is pretty painful, but slow and steady. I try to alternate, try not to burn myself out. So yeah, this is part of the religion ritual. Religion rework. Adding ritual beliefs, adding myth beliefs, and I also made it. I don't know if it actually shows up here, but you'll notice that missionaries are gone, so nobody can build missionaries anymore. I never liked that mechanic where you're just building missionaries. So basically, if you find your religion before other civs, you're just gonna snowball even faster. I never liked it, so I want my mod to focus more on passively spreading, spray routes, pressure, all of those, using those to spread it feels a bit more natural. And for anyone wondering, yeah, here's the fervor that's used for rituals. Still haven't made the tooltip work. I mean, to be fair, I haven't started on the tooltip, so of course it doesn't work. But but it actually works. Like right now, if it's 0 plus 1, next turn, in theory, unless it's broken again, it should be plus 1, or at least it should be 1 plus 1. Yeah. So yeah, spend a lot of time making not only that work, but actually make it so that if I save the game, like for example, if I save it now, and if I load it, unless it broke again, it should remember what value it is. So yeah, make it that accumulate for the global value. Getting the UI to work, those are really slowing down progress. I do want to get it done, and with that, I will also have to rework the policy trees, because if the religion rework goes ahead, I have plans of having culture being unlocked starting in the very late Bronze era or early Iron era, so that yeah, these will be unlocked in Iron era, and these will be probably medieval. Probably won't change. We'll see. I need to figure it out because I am adding more policies that will have an impact. So yeah, religion rework, making painfully slow progress, but it's still pretty good. And I'm also in the process of working through unique abilities, just because some abilities just aren't okay. So it's twofold. I find VP unique abilities way too bloated. There are so many things added, and you see that with the custom civilization. Okay, I'm not criticizing them. I'm just saying for the custom civilizations to be competitive with the existing ones, you have to fill them with a lot of abilities. I want to cut down on that because for those of you who have been following, you know that I'm trying to cut down on yield bloats. And having absolutely bloated unique abilities is not helping. And therefore I'm just in the process of cutting things down so that it's not as bad. So unique abilities will be weaker. Some people might not like that. But given the goals I'm aiming for, I kind of have to do it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I do have to rework Celtic Pantheons. We'll see. Yeah, basically a lot of things that are being worked on to cut down on the bloat. To cut down on... Sorry, give me... To cut down on the bloat. To make it... I mean, I do have plans, like, if I have a lot of abilities that are not being used, I do have a contingency plan for that. But I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm already spoiling a lot right now. But yeah, I also have a few rework, like, kinda... I never liked the Chinese unique ability. So that's gonna get reworked. The Germany one as well. It's okay, but there is quite a bit of overlap. Now some people might not agree with these changes, but you know, it's my mod. And plus it's not like anybody else is offering a lot of feedback on these, so yeah, I'm just... Anyways, let's see what else. Missionaries are removed. Remove the lock growth. Barbarians heal faster. Garrison cities hit less hard. And also just minor bug fixes and changes that, like for example, ancient docks was never a prereq for a lighthouse, but now it is. So yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. Just slow, painful progress. I made I see as a fair bit of changes, but I do want to get the religion rework closer, or at least finish more things. Yeah, because initially I did want to get the religion rework ready for the next patch, but depending on how things goes, it might not be ready. But as long as I don't make it interfere with the game, like as long as it doesn't crash it or break it, I might release it with the other changes and just wait for another patch before I get that religion rework done, because religion rework means, it's pretty massive. Like the two ritual beliefs, the myth belief, make all the UI, all of those work. And then that means I have to look through all the pantheons, rework all the founders, followers, enhancers, reformation, and then rework the policies, because now they will be focused on a different era. There's a reason why settlers are put so far back, because if you get settlers really early on, you're going to snowball. So a lot of things to take into consideration. But yeah, worst case scenario, religion rework isn't done, but all the civilization unique abilities are redone. Units up to the Renaissance era will be redone, numbers retweaked, all of that, and new units added that are necessary, like regional units, mercenary units, all of those things, and also probably some other things regarding different yields. Like for example, I have loyalty from traits added, and that's basically coming from Tilla. All cities gain plus 10 loyalty. So like there are all of those things that require more Lua, more UI stuff. But progress is coming along. Not as quickly as I prefer, but I also don't want to give the impression that the mod maybe is dead. It's just development takes time. There's only so much free time I have. So yeah, this is going to be the end of this video. It's just a quick update of what's happening, my plans, what's been implemented, what will hopefully be seen for the next patch, what will be the worst case scenario for the next patch, and just let those who are interested in the mod to know that the mod isn't dead. I'm still developing it. Just I'm actually getting into difficult things that can't be done quickly, so progress will be slowed down. The unfortunate obstacles you encounter when you're modding something this ambitious. But anyways, I'm just going to end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a good one.